Forget about the definition right now. We'll read that again after we look at the example. Look at this. This is an actual example. HDFC Limited issued warrants in August 2020, that is last year, at rupees 180 per warrant. Right. So if I want to purchase warrants of HDFC, I could have paid 180 rupees to them for per warrant, and I would have got the warrants of HDFC Limited company. Right. Now there is a lot size in this. Lot size means you have to purchase minimum of 100, 200, 600. There is some number that you have to purchase minimum. This the way you have an IPO, the lot size and minimum number of shares you have to apply for. Similarly, in warrants, you have a minimum number of shares you have to apply for. So let's say it was 500. I don't remember the lot size here, but let's say it was 500. So 500 into 180 is what I was supposed to pay to the company to get that number of warrants in my account, right? I'm getting warrants in my account, not shares. Warrants are different, shares are different. Yeah. Next, the share price of HDFC Limited at that point in time was around 1827. So basically, the company was collecting 10% of the amount of the share market price in the market from the investors, and they were allotting them warrants of the company. Right now, look at this one. The buyer got the right to convert each warrant for one share of HDFC at 2165 at any time in the next 3 years. Let me explain this. Now, I have got warrant of HDFC Limited by paying 180 rupees per warrant. Right, I have a right and a choice to convert that warrant into a share, proper share of HDFC Limited, and for that I have to pay further 2165 rupees per share at any time in the next 3 years. So I have a choice in next 3 years. Whenever I want to, I can pay 2165 into 500, whatever number of shares are there in the lot, to the company, and all my warrants will be converted into shares, and they will lie down in my demat account as it was. So warrants also are showing up in the demat account, and when you convert warrant into share, the warrant converts into share and starts showing in the demat account again. Right now, what does it mean? It simply means that any time in the next 3 years, if the share price of HDFC Limited goes above 2345, why 2345? Because you paid 180 plus 2165, so that is your cost. So if the share price of HDFC Limited goes above 2345, investor can convert the warrants into shares and reap the benefit. For example, HDFC share price goes to 3000, but I have already booked myself by paying that 180 rupees for warrant, that I can convert it into share by paying 2165 more. So my cost will be 2345, not more than that. So if the share price goes above that, anytime in the next 3 years, I can convert into shares, and that whatever that profit is there, I can reap the benefit. Right now, 2-3 points in this. Number one, if the share price does not cross 2345 in the next 3 years, what happens in that case? My warrants go waste. Why will I pay 2165 rupees for a share which I can get at a cheaper price in the market? Right? So my 180 rupees into 500 which I paid, that goes waste from the investor point of view. Company gets the money, but investor loses out in this, what do you call it? You can call it a gamble. Right? Second point, when you have warrants with you and HDFC Limited declares a dividend, you do not get the dividend because you do not have shares of HDFC Limited. You have warrants of HDFC Limited. They are two different things. Right? So these 2 points keep in mind. Number one, you may not convert. I mean, if the price does not reaches there, and you will lose your money. And the second thing, you are not entitled to any dividend by the company because you are holding warrants of the company, not shares of the company. Right? Now let's do one thing. Let's go to Screener and let's check how the share price of the company moved after August 2020. Did it cross? When did it cross 2345? Because we are in the bull market, I'm sure it would have crossed HDFC. So August 2020, somewhere at, sorry, this is August. Yeah. Now look at this. We were looking at which price? Sorry, 2345 is what we are looking at, the threshold, right? The 2345 was covered in December, within like 4-5 months itself. Look at this, 2479, and then it went further up, 2791. Right now it is 2771. So anyone who bought the warrants of HDFC Limited, they could have converted anytime from December 2020 till today also they could have been holding warrants, and they can convert into share whenever they want to. Right now, there can be a situation when the person is not converting. Why? Because they don't have the money that time, because you have to pay how much? 2165 into number of shares to convert those warrants into shares. So you might not have liquidity that time, so you may hold on for some time even though the price has crossed 2, 3, 4, 5 rupees, but you may not convert because maybe you're not you don't have the liquidity that time, you don't have the money that time, right? So I hope the concept of warrants is clear, right?